morning everyone. In this video we're going to talk about paragraph 6.1 part 2 and then specifically theory C and D. In those two theories we're going to talk about a new formula which we can use to calculate a change in percentages. The formula is not entirely new because I think most of you have already seen it in economics as well. The formula that we're going to use throughout this video is new minus old divided by old times 100%, which gives us a change in percentages. Okay. Since the corona crisis is here, I want to use some of those numbers to show you where it's heading. For example, in the Netherlands, and also in Italy, because in Italy they're starting to control it a little bit better. To do that, I looked up some information about the amount of corona cases, and in Italy we have the following numbers. 15th of March, they had, let's see, 24,747 cases. March. Then at the 16th of March, they had 27,980 cases. And 17th of March, there were 31,506 cases. Okay, if you want to use these numbers and we want to calculate, for example, the change in between 2 days, for example, let's use the change between these 2 days, the 15th and the 16th of March. Then we have to use the 16th of March as our new amount and this as our old amount, because the 15th of March is older than the 16th. So in that case, this is the new amount, so 27,980 minus the old amount, 24,747 over the old amount again times 100. And luckily for you guys already calculated the outcome. And remember to round percentages to 1 decimal. So this is 13.1%. Keep in mind, if you want to calculate the change, in this case from the 16th to the 17th of March, then we have to use different numbers. Then this number becomes our old amount. So 31,506 minus 27,980 over the old amount. It's again times 100%, which is 12.6%. So this means that, relatively speaking, in terms of percentages, the amount of new corona cases is decreasing. Why is this interesting? Because there's a difference between looking at something relatively speaking and absolutely. Absolutely speaking, the amount of cases is increasing. Because in this case, there were...
is dit de klas van Holly?
Yes, this is her class.
Is Holly daar ook?
No, today she's not here.
Okay.
She's at home.
Holly, hey.
Oh. Okay. Unfortunately, this happens a lot. Let's continue. In this case, absolutely speaking, there are 3,233 new cases. And over here, the amount was bigger, 3,526. So what you're seeing is that, absolutely speaking, the amount of new cases is increasing. But relatively speaking, it is decreasing. So it's basically up to you to decide, is that good or is that bad? If you want to practice with this a little bit yourself, we're going to look at the Netherlands. And in the Netherlands, we have the following numbers. For the 15th of March, there were 1135 cases. 16th, there were 1413 cases, and I think this is yesterday, when all of our problems seem so far away. If we use these three numbers, I'll give you, just pause the video. It's not like I'm going to give you a minute. You can decide for yourself how long you want to take to finish them. Try to see if you can calculate these changes in both percentages, but also as absolute numbers. Hopefully you've done that by now. The correct calculations were for the first change. This is the old amount, this is the new amount, so 1413 minus 1135 over 1135 times 100, which is, let's see, 24.5%. For the second change, we're looking at 1705 and 1413. This is the new amount, and now this is our old amount. So 1705 minus 1413 over 1413 times 100, which is 20.7. So also in the Netherlands we're seeing a decrease, relatively speaking. But absolutely speaking, also going to look at this situation. There were 278 new cases in the Netherlands 2 days ago, and yesterday there were 292 new cases. So in the Netherlands you can also see that the absolute amount of cases is increasing and the relative amount of cases, new cases, is decreasing. Or the change is decreasing. This is still more cases than the day before. In this case we were talking about an increase. Things can also decrease, because if something is, for example, decreasing, then the outcome will be negative. These were all positive numbers. I'll show you one example with negative numbers. In China, for example, people are a lot further in the corona crisis, and I think yesterday there were 20 new cases, and the day before that there were 25 new cases. So this was the 17th of March, this was the 16th of March. So it is decreasing. If you fill in these two numbers in our formula, you have 20 minus 25 divided by 25, which is minus 5 divided by 25. Sorry, I'm going to adjust it a little because I forgot something. Times 100, of course. I tend to forget that from time to time. So this is minus 5 divided by 25, which means minus 20%. A negative number shows you there is a decrease, and a positive number shows you there is an actual increase. That should make some sense. Right now you should be able to make the exercises about theory C and D, and if you have any questions, just make sure you reach me through Teams or something else. Good luck!